What is polybutylene?
It's plumbing. It's that gray PVC style plumbing pipe. It should not be used anymore. People say that it had a problem with bursting, but that's not what happens. The connections that you use on that one, they don't seal very well. So it usually have a lot of leaks.
Is that what Kitech was made out of?
It's something very similar. It's a different kind of pipe, but polybutylene and Kitech are both pipes that are not used in plumbing anymore.
Yeah, for a lot of years. And they used them, more in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of manufactured homes had the polybutylene. And if you had polybutylene, a lot of lenders wouldn't lend on it. Mm-hmm. And your homeowner's insurance, a lot of people couldn't get insurance that had polybutylene lines. So good answer, Paul Berry.
Romex is electrical wiring.
Okay.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay, here is another question for Shannon.
Okay.
What is a gable?
Okay. Well, you're talking about like a roof?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So that's the peak.
Yeah, the pitch, the gable. And can you have gables coming out of roofs?
Yeah, because you have like those little gable windows that come out, the little peekaboo windows that like on attics that are super cute.
Yeah.
Everybody likes those.
Those are dormers.
Dormers. I knew that too. But then you butted in and took it away from me.
But the peekaboo
right when I was going to say
I think we should start using that.
They're dormers. They are dormers.
Yeah. Is it still called a gable if it's like a rounded version, or does it have to have a peak?
That's a good question, and we should find out after the break.
And we'll come back after the break. Okay, so Aspen, she's worried over there.
I am a little bit worried.
Okay, so you've seen a lever, right? Yeah. Is it lever or lever?
I say lever.
Lever.
Okay, so you see a lever in plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
In what position is the on position? So if you got water running through a pipe and
vertical.
So vertical, what do you mean?
Like, so if it's where it's up and down with the pipe, right?
So if it runs with the pipe, it means what?
It's on.
And if it's
horizontal, it's closed.
Okay. Good answer. All right.
Dang,
good.
You are good, girl.
You know, that's a lot.
Stressed.
It's surprising because a lot of people don't know that. Like if you have a shutoff valve in your house, they're like, I don't know if the water's on or not. You can tell because the lever is in line with the pipe. That means it's open. If it's not in line, that means it's closed. It's a handy thing for a lot of people to know, especially people that have no construction experience.
What if it's a knob? Which way's open?
We're just going to keep twisting it until it turns off or on.
We're going to go back to the good old days of righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Yeah, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
But you can install those things backwards too. So you want to say left, but it could be.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true. I would say 99% of the time, though, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a good question. Okay. Paul, explain to us what a helical pier is.
Okay. A helical pier is usually it is put in under a foundation that has started to sag or sink and what you do is you dig out, you put probably one or two piers, and they're pretty much like car jacks. So you block up the foundation, then you put tension on the pier to push up on the foundation, move your blockers out, and then just fill it back in.
So the pier, the helical pier, so how far does it go into the ground? As far as you need it, or they'll hit something solid, or?
I've never installed one.
Yeah.
I know what they are, but not that far.
Yeah. So a lot of helical piers, and you're right, they will add extra supports to the foundation. And if you do it in new construction, they'll take it down to where it hits sandstone, in our area anyways, and it'll twist off, and it gives it something solid that will help brace your foundation.
Usually most stem walls or foundation walls or piers, they just got to get below frost depth.
Mm-hmm.
And then usually
why frost depth?
Because above frost depth, it has temperature variations.
Expand and contract.
Yeah, and it'll move. Mm-hmm. So below frost depth is usually the same temperature and doesn't move as much.
Yeah, thank you for that explanation.